I feel like for me, Veal was just someone who, I don't know, she just poured a lot of confidence in me, and just like the way that she carries herself was with like a lot of swagger, and like, you know, that she's like played at the highest levels and she's been, you know, like a face of Australian basketball. And she was just kind of inspirational in the way that I'm like, what she has us doing and the workouts that she has. Like, I remember one time it was, what was it? I was in year 12 and I had like found a way that I didn't have to go to class in the morning on the Thursdays because I was like pretty good at school. And I just said, we're not really learning anything in English right now. Can I just do the assignments and then not come? And they were fine with that. And Billy's like, if you're not going to school on Thursday mornings, like, you've got to be in the gym with me in the morning. And I was like, you know what? Like, I know that, but for you to say that to me, you know, you really want to see me kind of thrive and like achieve my dreams. And I think she just pushed me, and she was, you know, those coaches that people say like ride you. She was one of those coaches, but it was never in a negative way. She was definitely one of the coaches that influenced me to continually want to be in the gym and just continually getting better. Even if it wasn't like the sessions don't have to be exactly the same, but like the fact that I was stepping into the gym and I was, you know, working on X, Y, and Z, even if it was for like 30 minutes, like whatever time I had, she was someone who pushed me to be in the gym. I think like the AIS was a big part of when my shooting kind of started to improve. I feel like I was always more of a driver. And then she helped me, you know, we did a lot of shooting workouts and just put a lot of confidence. She always like at graduation, whenever we leave the AIS, she always like kind of gives everybody a word that like describes and like encapsulates what she felt they embodied. And the word that she gave me was elite. And I feel like when I'm kind of down on myself or like, you know, I always go back to that word. I'm like, if the head coach of the AIS gave you the word elite, like you are elite, and you need to believe that and continue to practice and play like that.
Coach like Veal, they don't give out false praise.
Yeah.
You know, they're very much this is the way I see you. So that's huge props.
Yes.
Hearing that coming from Veal.
100%. And I think it was after our national championship win, and obviously like I wasn't like a big part of the on-court basketball stuff, you know. As a freshman, I was kind of just sitting and cheering on and like the minutes that I got. But I think it was the CEO Instagram or something like that, but my mom had screenshotted it and sent it to me. I think Veal had said something along the lines of it's no surprise that winning comes where Agnes is. And I was like, fuck, like that's really cool for someone to say that. Like, you know, it kind of made me, you know, like obviously like scoring and like all that kind of stuff is a huge part of basketball. But I think for me, and I've had a couple coaches now say it, they're like, you impact winning in so many different ways. And I feel like Veal was the first person I'd ever heard that from.